Well, sir, it's lovely to have you with us this evening. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you
And
for
I
having
must
me.
say, congratulations on this prestigious award. What does winning this award mean to you?
It's humbling. Um, I'm still numb. It still hasn't sunk in. But I'm honored for the people at Lesaka because I had an opportunity to tell our story, their story, and what we've been on over the last 4 years. And so for me, if it can inspire them to do even better and more, then it means so much more. So it's a big, big day for Team Lesaka today.
And I mean, networking and collaboration is a very big part of the business landscape. Can you tell me about the importance of networking and collaboration to you in the business landscape as you have seen it?
It means so much. I'll give you just three examples. The one example is that we have made 5 acquisitions in the space of 5 years. Right? Now, that means you're bringing in different teams and different companies to make one company. So collaboration there is fundamental because you want to give the customer the fullest solution. So if you're not collaborating, you can't give customers the full solution. The second example is we brought a conversation among all fintechs to say, let's have a voice as fintechs. And suddenly, all the fintechs agreed. And we formed an organization called the Association of South African Payment Providers. That is now, we are competitors, yet we've collaborated for something bigger than ourselves. The last one is there's work that we're doing deep in the rural areas where we're collaborating with chiefs, we're collaborating with community leaders to bring digital services to communities. So collaboration is fundamental to make societal impact.
Absolutely. And then my next question for you is obviously within the African business landscape, there are many young entrepreneurs who also wish to be in your position, receiving such a prestigious award at the AABLAs. What advice would you give to a young person who is either aspiring to be an entrepreneur, who is already running a business, in order for them to reach the goal that you have tonight?
I think the mission and purpose is the most important thing. What's that thing that fires something deep inside you to go and make a difference? If you do that and you excel in it and you're passionate about it and you do it relentlessly, the direction of travel is very clear. What may not be clear is what will happen at the end. Is there going to be an award? Is there going to be riches? All those things will take care of themselves. All you need to do is to focus on that passion, on that mission, whatever that mission is. So for me, I've been driven by these two things in my life. One was this issue of financial inclusion. I've been on this journey for more than 20 years. The second one was this thing of leading differently, leading with the heart, driving a people-centered organization to inspire your people, to lead from the front with a flag, not from behind with a whip. And now the results come. And every time the results come, people say, how did you do it? And I'm like, it's the people. No, except for the people. What else? No, it's the people. Yeah, but there's something magic. There's no magic. It's the people. How do you mobilize thousands of people in a company towards a goal or a mission or a purpose? And so that's what I would say to young entrepreneurs. Believe in your mission, work on it every day, excel, and set yourself very high standards.
Insightful answer, I must say. My last question for you, sir, is obviously tonight we are celebrating an evening of excellence, innovation, leadership, impact, and so much more. What would you say it takes to be a true African leader?
I think being comfortable with who you are, bringing yourself to any job that you find. Some people sell their soul for what they call success, so they are not authentic. I think that to be truly African, you have to embrace your Africanness. You have to be able to say, I may be Sutu, I may be Tswana, I may be Xhosa, I may be colored, I may be Afrikaner, but I'm African. You may be able to take that and go work in Ghana, work in Nigeria, and still be all of those things, yet be African. So I think that's something very important, particularly for South African entrepreneurs. it's very important to embrace the continent and not go to the continent with a Western lens. You have to ground yourself. And the last message I would say is have deep roots on the African soil, yet have a global reach. You can do both. And that's what the advice I would give to entrepreneurs who want to succeed but remain truly, authentically African.
So I must also ask you this. I'm somebody who's really led by motivational quotes, phrases, and different sayings I've heard from very well-known authors, writers, etc. What is the one phrase, a motivational quote that keeps you going, that you always find yourself referring to?
There are two, unfortunately, not one.
It's not
If
unfortunate.
you can allow me. So the first one is, do not go where the path may lead. Go instead when there's no path and leave a trail. So throughout my life, I've wanted to lead differently. And when I look at our teachers, priests, and other people that supported us, those people might not have moved up the economic ladder. But when they see you, when you go back to your township, village, or suburb, their face lights up because their calling was to produce people like you. So I wanted to be a leader like that produces other leaders. The second one is, how will you measure your life? I think sometimes we're so obsessed with status, power, titles, material things. None of those things we're able to take to our grave. The things that people will remember us for is impact. So when I started my community work in my individual capacity, it was, how can I invest in the youth of this country and this continent, driven by this thing that says, how will you measure your life? You can't just be succeeding on your own and just have material things and measure yourself with how much expensive whiskey can you drink and champagne and what cars you can drive. Those are fine. I've got nothing against bling. But life can just not be about bling. It's got to be about impact and influence to the next generation. So those two quotes stay with me throughout.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sis.